What's up, YouTube? And it's your girl, The Official K1, and I'm back with another video. As you guys see by today's title, we're going to be talking about letting go and why it's important. But before we get into this video, like, comment, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget to turn that bell on. So, let's get into this video, guys. But before we get into the video, as you guys see, I cut my hair, so I don't have no more locks, guys. I might keep them and reattach them later, like a few months from now. But who knows? But yeah, got my little head wrap on, you know. But yeah. Anywho, let's get into this video. But I want to start off by saying I feel like the importance of letting go is very crucial because you just never know when you may need yourself more than ever. And I'm going to kind of break that down. That means you should always let go. And I know it's easy. I know it's always easier said than done. You know, it's never an easy process to just let go. Like, it's never easy. You know, even if you have to go back to that person a million times, like, even if you have to go back, like, okay, I'm going to go back until I hate you. Even if you have to do that, I mean, I wouldn't recommend that because, I mean, eventually over time, you're going to drain yourself. But if that's what you have to do, then, I mean, you have to do what you have to do because everybody let go and heal differently. So it's typically no wrong or right way. But the reason I say let go is because if a person don't hold no kind of beneficial reasoning into your life, then you should let them go. Like, if a person is not willing to sacrifice or do anything for you, then you should let them go. When it involves your peace, you should let them go. When a person hurts you, you should let them go. And the reason why, because it's either them or you. You should never want to put another person before you because at the end of the day, in the end, you are all that you have. You see what I mean? Yes, in the end, you are all that you have. And I'm going to kind of give you guys like a little story time about why I say it's important to let go. So to kind of sum everything up, I'm not going to say my name. I'm not going to give no hints of who this person is because, you know, a lot of men have done this to me. So I don't want to, you know, make it discreet, whatever. But this goes back to letting go because the person going to only do what you allow them to do. So this story times involves me dating this person. And, you know, we, you know, hit it off real good. He was cool and whatnot. You know, we had been knowing each other for some time. And then we got together and whatnot. And, you know, hit it off or whatever. And, you know, I was grieving, and so was he, and, you know, he ended up ghosting me from time to time or whatnot, and then, you know, everything just started going left from there, and as a woman, I stayed because I tried to see the good in him, and I tried to see the better in him, you know, like I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but as I grew older and as I understood, a person gonna only do what you allow them to do. So if I allow him to keep coming back and ignoring me and breaking me down and leaving me, you know, just doing out of the ordinary, if I keep allowing that person to do that, they're going to do it. Why? Because once again, a person is going to only do what you allow them to do. And this video is not meant for just my females. I make videos majority of the time for women and men because not only does men do it too, but women do it too. You know, so it's always like a diverse of both. Like, women and men both do the same thing. So letting go is probably one of the hardest things you can do, and I quite understand. I've been through that probably like more than 3 times of letting somebody go because it's just like, you know, you love that person, you want to be with that person, but I promise you in the end, letting go is going to be like the best thing you have ever done because, you know, you're not waking up to being drained every day. You're not waking up to wondering what's going to happen now. You're not waking up to, hey, where am I going to get a text or a call? You're not waking up to wondering, am I going to get ignored? You're not waking up to wondering, questioning yourself where you went wrong. You're not going to wake up wondering where, hey, like, what can I do better? You're not going to wake up questioning why her and not me, or why him, not me. You're not going to wake up questioning, you know, why am I even here? Like, you're just not gonna wake up doing all that. You're not gonna wake up feeling drained. It's gonna hurt. Don't get me wrong. It's sure enough gonna hurt. Sure enough, it's gonna hurt. But it's also gonna be a sense of relief because it's like, dang, like, I woke up although I miss you and although it's lonely, but I'd rather be happy and lonely than, you know, have somebody on my side and be miserable at the same time. So, and I feel like, you know, being happy and lonely is a good thing. Like, of course, nobody wants to die lonely, and I get that. But as young as we are in today's time, it's better to be happy and lonely, because you don't want to wake up and a person just randomly move. They feeling changed, like, because people feeling changed just like these seasons, back and forth. 1 minute is winter, next minute is summer, next minute is fall, and next minute is spring. People feelings change over and over and over and over again. They change. Like, nothing is forever. Like, nothing, I tell y'all, like, nothing in this world is forever. Like, so letting go is gonna be the best thing you have ever done. So, you know, I'm making this video to help other people understand that you should never want to be stuck in a situation just because you love that person. Love is probably one of the most dangerous drugs there is out there. And I tell you this, there's no other drug dangerous than love itself, because of the simple fact people have attachment issues and people do not know how to let go when it's time. A person will get you in love, they will make you fall in love, they will make you be mostly attached to them, and then they will just leave you and you'll be broken like nothing. So to try to avoid that, when you get them clear signs in the beginning that the person is not doing nothing for you, you cannot benefit off them. And benefiting, it don't gotta be as form as using, you know, like, oh, money, oh, this, oh, if you can't give me nothing, if you can't do this, that, oh, I'm gonna leave you. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean by benefiting from, if that person does not bring no value, meaning, okay, if I'm struggling and you can't help me out, what are you here for? Like, and that's not saying, oh, I need you or I want you to take care of my business. No, you should, first thing first, you should never be struggling. And this to my ladies, you should never be struggling while you got a man in your life. And same thing with with a male. Like, you should never be struggling if you got a partner, but that comment meant for my ladies. But you should never be struggling, first thing first, if you have a significant other. You should never be struggling. I get it, hard times, I understand. But you should still not be struggling. That's just my personal opinion. To each his own. Everybody has their own personal opinion about that, but that's just my personal opinion. But you shouldn't be struggling simply because, if y'all gonna work it out, y'all can build through them hard times and y'all can get through them hard times. But once again, that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, if that person do not bring no kind of value to your life, let them go. Why would you want to keep a person around you who just constantly keep hurting you and draining you every day? Like, you waking up thinking to yourself, well, why her? Why not me? Like, or vice versa. You waking up thinking, why him, not me? Like, you don't want to be thinking that. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of mind space where you mentally drained or you mentally feel like you finna lose yourself over what? Love or lust? Just like this goes back to my last video. People get confused between lust and love. But it's all related in the same category. It's simply all the same thing. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it right here. Letting go will always be the best thing that you should do, because in the end, you're going to be more happy within yourself. And in the end, you may also meet that person who was meant to be, to love you. I understand sometimes, us human, we have to try, sometimes we have to go through the bad and, experience sometimes the worst, and then, finally live our life. Then you have some people who experience the good, and they may not have to go through all that to find love in life. They may meet love in life at 12 and 16, and they be together, forever after. But everybody got their own story. Sometimes you have to go through worse to understand, because it's typically all about experience. Once you get more experience in relationships, you start to get more knowledge of what to do and what not to do. You start to understand, well, hey, this is not for me and I should let go. This person, he hurts me and I should let go. Or this girl, she drains me and I should let go because she blames me for everything, and I got to let go, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to allow nobody on this earth to make me feel like, oh, the whole thing was my fault. No. That's what you call a narcissist. So, letting go will always be the best thing you should do. But before we end the video, I want to end it off with a quote. letting go gonna always be the best thing you should do. Why? Because you're gonna hurt regardless if you stay or if you leave. But you're gonna hurt more if you stay, because you're allowing that person to drain you, hurt you, and down you. Because if you keep allowing to do that, they're gonna keep doing it because they know, oh well, hey, I see that she allowing me to do it, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. She the fool, not me. I'm gonna keep doing it because I know that she gonna allow it. You have to make a person stand on their word. Like, hey, no, we ain't doing that. I'm not going for none of that. I say you do this. Let me phrase that. I say this is how certain things are gonna go. This is how certain things are gonna go. You're gonna respect me. I'm gonna respect you. Hey, we talk. We do this, and if you don't like it, hey, oh well. It's not about I want to controlling, but relationships have boundaries. There's certain boundaries that I feel like that should be broken. Like talking every day, I feel like that's something that you should know, like, because you shouldn't just go days or hours without talking to your partner. That's just my opinion. Unless if you working, you got something going on, whatever, cool. But if you ain't really doing nothing, you at home all day and you just going hours and days without talking to your partner, you don't love them. Because how can you go days without talking to a person you claim that you love? Hey, I'm just saying. But once again, remember what I said. Letting go is the best thing you could ever do, because you're going to hurt regardless if you leave or you stay. But you're going to hurt more if you stay. But that's it for today's video, guys. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see more or hear more, or if I could explain a little bit better, you can either drop down in the comments, or you can also inbox me in my DMs as well. But that's it for today, guys. And like, comment, subscribe this video to a friend, and see you guys in the next video.